If you are within 12 months of any Oracle renewal, a ULA, a OCI commitment, a Java subscription, or a SaaS repricing, this video covers the single most important step most organizations skip entirely. It takes just 30 days. These 30 days can save you millions. Looking at the screen, you can see 4 contract types on the screen. These are not a list of Oracle products. These are 4 distinct ways organizations hand Oracle leverage they did not need to surrender. The line at the bottom of this slide is the one principle that runs through everything that follows. Month minus 12. Let me repeat, month minus 12. That is when the leverage is yours. Repeating again, month minus 12. The reason most Oracle renewals go badly for the customer side has nothing to do with Oracle's negotiating skill. It has to do with when the preparation starts. Here is what most procurement teams assume going into a renewal and what is actually true. Look at the slide, read both the columns. The right side or the right column isn't an opinion. Each of those points is a structural feature of how Oracle manages its renewal conversation. The fiscal year end call out at the bottom is the one most customers never think about, but Oracle sales teams think about nothing else. You are not negotiating a contract. In fact, you are navigating Oracle's revenue cycle. Always do this 30 days risk test. The 30-day risk test is 4 questions. Just 4 questions. But they have to be answered independently, not using Oracle's data, not using your last support invoice, and not by the team that has been managing the Oracle relationship. Here is what the 4 questions actually are. Read through all 4. Question 4 is the one most organizations have never done at all. Modeling the cost of not renewing changes the negotiation entirely. Because Oracle's leverage depends entirely on your belief that renewal is the only viable path. In fact, it might not be. There are many methods of renewal. If you cannot answer yes to all 4 independently, you don't yet know your own position. And understand the hidden danger, what happens when you skip the test. The 30-day test is not generic risk management advice. Each of the 4 Oracle contract types has a specific failure mode when you renew without recalculating. Here is what those failure modes actually look like. Read all the 4 cards. Notice that none of those outcomes require Oracle to do anything unusual. They are all the automatic consequence of renewing without an independent position. Oracle doesn't need to negotiate aggressively. They just need you not to have done the work. You don't do the work, Oracle gets the money. The call-out figure, 30 to 50%, is not an outlier. In fact, it can be even more, up to 80%. It is the documented range across independent benchmarks. What is your leverage window? It is the 12-month timeline. The 30-day test is the start of a 12-month process, and the timing of each phase matters more than most procurement teams realize. Once Oracle formally opens the renewal conversation, you are in the pressure zone. Everything in the green and amber columns has to happen before that moment. Read the 3 columns left to right. The red column on the right is not where leverage is built. it is where leverage is spent. If you arrive there without having worked through the first two columns, you are negotiating with Oracle's data against Oracle's anchor. Leverage is built in the 12 months before. It is spent in the final 6 months. In fact, spent in the final 3 months at a very, very high cost. So what should you do? Define your exposure first. 5 points, 1 principle. If you are inside the 12-month window right now, this is what you need to take away from this video and share with whoever holds the Oracle relationship in your organization. Read the 5 bullets. Read the slogan at the bottom. It is the operational instruction. Define your exposure before Oracle defines it for you. Everything else, the negotiation, the benchmarking, the contract terms, everything else follows from that. Share this with your procurement team. The window is open now. Once Oracle calls, it starts to close. At Rythium, we run exactly the same process. The 30-day risk test, independent recalculation, the full 12-month negotiation preparation for enterprises inside that leverage window before Oracle sets the agenda. If you have enjoyed watching this video, do share it with those who need. They can save a lot of money. And if you are inside the 12-month window, even if Oracle has already made informal contact, the time to run the test is now. And we at Rythium is where that conversation starts. Thanks for watching.